my like Liberty experience, like high school in general. I'm going to talk about Edge, I'm going to talk about other things, but just like a little recap. It's actually just photos. So it should be fun. Yeah, and that's me and my sister, who's 16 years older than me. Just thought I should give her a little shout out. And I thought I was doing homework. Was not. Okay, here we go. Okay, so my Edge life in pictures. So I'm going to start up at the top. We're just going to walk through it, because why not? This is just actually recap of it all. It's just fun. Like, that's what I wanted to point out in these pictures. And yeah, you might be like, oh, is she sleeping? Like, oh, is that, like, what is going on? But it was just really fun. It's always been fun in here, and it's like, yes, we get to learn and do all these projects, but we like get that community, like other seniors have talked about. And I've been here for all 4 years, and I just want to talk about that. It has been fun. Like, there's just so many fun aspects of it. And even if you're a freshman, I hope that you already have gotten that by now, that we do have fun here. And while learning, like that's a algebra playlist. But just like that, personalizing it, and just a lot of fun, and the connections I've made with my teachers. I love you all. And yeah, okay. So I'm gonna talk about digital photography. This was the class I took this last semester, and it was really fun. And these pictures are like based on like angles we learned about, like how to fill the frame. This one's like the perspective of a tree and like how it should like rimming like the frame, and then like this is like filling the page. And then this is one from a football game that I took like right after we talked about using the grid, and my grid was on. I like used it that way. And just all those fun things. And then this is when we went on a field trip, and shout out to Carter who took the picture. Gotta give credit where credit's due. And it was just like a really, that's what inspired this over here, which is my project. And it was talking about beauty standards, and then there was also a lot of things that had a lot of pictures. If you remember going on that field trip, there was a lot of things that were like collages. So I put those ideas together, and I made this, and it was about the standards of beauty, because up here I had a full face of makeup, and down here I had no makeup, and you couldn't tell the difference. And honestly, like I've grown in myself over the years. No, I didn't think I was gonna say that, but like I've grown in my confidence of myself, and I just think that's a good thing to mention right now. Okay. Next thing, okay, so this is the homemade cam. I put digital cam, but I didn't have space. But anyway, so we made a digital camera in photography, which is right here. And I'm so sorry for Zoe and Carter. I know you guys don't like those photos. But it was just fun, and I was just taking pictures all around. And it was like, I built it all myself, and I was the only one in my project session, which is also another great thing about Edge, is that you get to have those personal connections and those one-on-one classes occasionally, and all those fun things. Okay, academics. Okay, so this is something we did, I think, at the end of maybe last year, or it was during like sustainable cities, I think, and it was just talking about like that planning and everything, and it was just really fun. I got to do it with some creative people, so that's why it looks so cute. And then this is like those planning things that we were told to do. I did it on the whiteboard the year before, and that's the final product up there. And then same for this year. And then this is the coral thing, which is a throwback to when I had to do a project on coral bleaching. And it was just really interesting. And it's just talking about how like coral bleaching, like how it affects other organisms. And those are just some of the pictures I found in my camera roll of what I used for it. Like I was saying, like we have a lot of fun, and even in all these projects, I've had fun and had the opportunity to dig into things I was interested about. I was actually really interested in nuclear energy and how that worked, and like burning stuff to make energy. And actually, my stepdad is the one who like talked to me about it in Iowa, how they were doing that. And I got really into it my sophomore year, and I got to carry that all the way to junior year. And then I got to talk about it this last year. So it's just really cool how you get to watch your self grow. And definitely my projects have become way more full and better. Okay. So I'm going to talk about choir. MMEA, I had to shout that out because there is a picture from MMEA. MMEA is like the thing where we all go, if you don't know, it's like a music thing, and we all go down there. And it's mostly for teachers, but there are some schools that perform, and I had the opportunity to perform my sophomore year, and it was some of the coolest music I've done, and it was just a really fun experience. And then choir's just been a big part of it. I loved choir, in middle school, and that's how I really found my community. And I got to carry it through. And I've had my ups and downs in choir, but I think my biggest thing is that like it's about the fun, it's about the community, it's about making music. And I've gone to actually do that for my internship, which is really cool, and like hang out with middle schoolers and help them have fun in choir too, because it is really about making music and having a good time, in my opinion. Okay, so hair and makeup. Y'all have probably seen these pictures, maybe not, but I feel like they're kind of like, not played out, but it feels kind of played out. But anyway, so this is my makeup. All of these, I had a little piece of it or a bigger piece of it. Down here, I did this for conference, and it just happened, and those are some of our people that you know, familiar faces. Shout out to them, because they did come to my house and do makeup like a few nights before this thing, so thank you. But it was just really fun, and it's like Peter Pan inspired, those ones. And then this is Midsummer's Night. This is the Tempest, and it's like the goblin creature. This is Phantom. That was the, like, it's just only for one scene, so they literally had it on for one scene, and then they would take off their makeup and change back, which was crazy every time. And then this is from Medea. I just really loved the color scheme, and they all had gold because we took a modern spin on it, and it's a Greek show if you don't know it. And then down here, we have Addams Family, and these were just really fun. I worked on most of the wigs, but overall it was really fun. Okay, so this is some more things to do with makeup and just theater and tech-wise, what I was doing. That's like the rating I got for my Peter/Wendy, like the Peter Pan thing I did, which is the top rating, which is really cool. And then, yeah, and then those are some people I did it with. That Midsummer's Night, and then just like all these pictures of me doing makeup. Shout out to Langhorse who took the pictures. Here it is. Okay, now I wanted to bring it back to these because these are my favorite ones. So the Tempest, and it was just really fun. And we actually, that was the first time I made someone like bald, put on a bald cap, because we didn't get a practice because we got snowed out. And then it was the first time I used like prosthetics. It was the first time I like put a shell on someone's head with like glue, like just trying to figure it out. And it was really fun, and it was 3 of us, and we just did our best, and it was a really good experience. And then the next year, this last year we did Midsummer's Night, and it was really fun, and I'm really proud of it. I think it's really pretty. I mostly worked on Kate right here, and it was just really fun and really beautiful. Okay, so I want to talk about first priority too, because that's been a big part of my high school experience. I started in sophomore years when we like started the club, and we started in like a little classroom in the math area. It was like one of the smallest ones actually, and we had like 10 people, like probably at like on a normal week. And now we're at like, we had 100 show up one time, and we had, yeah, it was pretty great. Thanks, Mom. So you might be like wondering, what is first priority? So first priority is where we share the gospel and learning about the gospel. If you don't know it, it's an opportunity to learn about it, or it's an opportunity to share what you already know, or your faith, and learn more. And I've just been really involved in it, and it's still gonna keep going after me, which is really cool. And we've grown so much. Our average number now is like 70 a week, and that's really crazy to me. And so come, that is the actual invite up here. If maybe you have no idea about all this stuff, like this is a great place to dip your toe in and just learn more. And like Kate said, we're all learners, and we all want to know more. And that kind of relates to this too, because you can just experience it without the pressure. And I will say, I think it's less pressure than church too, because it's just at school and it's fun, and we play games. And they're really weird games sometimes, but they're fun. And yeah. Okay, so I just want to sum it up by what have I learned. So this is something I wrote at the beginning of the year. I found in my camera roll, and it was in like, I don't know, it was like what you want to grow in, and then what you like want to do, or lesson or whatever. And I said it's important to take a minute and look at the view after the climb you took. And all it took to get there. And then having connections and sharing joy with others. And I feel like I have done that this year. And I put a little picture of this flower growing, because I feel like that is really what Edge has been and what my high school experience has been. I definitely was a kid that did not learn every year the way I probably should have, because I was talking more than researching and stuff like that. But I've grown, and I definitely am the type of person who actually does my work. Do your work, guys, okay? And also have fun. Like, you can have fun and do both. And support people around you because we're a community. And I want to say thank you to all my teachers because I'm going to miss you guys most probably. And you guys, of course, the students. You guys are really cool. Yeah, thank you.